They done took down Puff. They done took down all these other powerful black people. Jay-Z's like the lone standing powerful black man.
Yo, if you do the track wrestling on them, Jay is them people.
But I know they went up to the feds one day and they took some paperwork up there to him.
Let's be very clear. This is the email that DJ Vlad sent me, his producer sent me, asking me to appear on his podcast on YouTube just after the Cassie video was released on my birthday.
Like, where's Jay at? He's mad quiet. Like while the Puffy thing was going on. But it's obvious now that his team was being made aware that he was in those allegations also. You know, so I hope it works out, because with his family, the things that go on internally is that those accusations are crazy.
And that was 50 Cent. No one's scared of 50 Cent. I want everyone to be clear. No one's scared of 50 Cent.
I think it was kind of taken out of context a little bit, but what do you think about it?
I don't think it was taken out of context. No, I think the guy who was talking to him made him feel like a punk. You see what I'm saying? So he had to say, yo, nobody scared of 50. Let's get this clear. Nobody is scared of 50. You know, but I'm not the issue. Him making you feel like a punk is the issue. And at the end of the day, I look at it and people don't assess themselves. Even really intelligent people. Jay's a smart guy. You know what I'm saying? He'll analyze other people and other things that they're doing and not actually look at what's happening to him and his transition and difference.
Saved my life, man. We're Sagittarius too, Bob. Thank you so much.
They were once seen as untouchable, two rulers standing shoulder to shoulder at the very top of hip-hop, business partners, allies, brothers with unmatched influence. But according to what 50 Cent has been hinting at, that alliance may have collapsed the moment self-preservation outweighed loyalty. 50 has suggested this story was never really about music. It was always about power. And once that power began to crack, those closest to Diddy didn't rush to defend him. Instead, they moved to protect themselves. That's where Jay-Z enters the conversation. As Diddy's legal problems began stacking up, something strange happened.
They took down Puff. They done took down all these other powerful black people. Jay-Z's like the lone standing powerful black man.
Yo, if you do the track wrestling on them, Jay is them people. If you do the history of most of the people that got in trouble in the industry, big trouble, who they went to for help? That's true. When Lil Wayne was in trouble, who did he go to? When Meek Mills was in trouble, who he go to? Meek Mills said it himself. Desiree helped me. You understand? So how could he be up next? You know what I'm saying? He is them people. They go to him when they got problems. And what they gonna say if he don't come up in nothing? What they gonna say? Told you, he ain't got nothing to do with that. They still gonna cover it up anyway. But I don't think they coming after him at all. I don't think they got, like I said, I think he is them. He has a relationship with them. You talking about a woman that had a relationship with the feds for 20 years.
They took down Puff. They done took down all these other powerful black people. Jay-Z's like the lone standing powerful black man. Yo, if you do the track wrestling on them, Jay is them people. If you do the history of most of the people that got in trouble in the industry, big trouble, who they went to for help? That's true. When Lil Wayne was in trouble, who did he go to? When Meek Mills was in trouble, who he go to? Meek Mills said it himself. Desiree helped me. You understand? So how could he be up next? You know what I'm saying? He is them people. They go to him when they got problems. And what they gonna say if he don't come up in nothing? What they gonna say? Told you, he ain't got nothing to do with that. They still gonna cover it up anyway. But I don't think they coming after him at all. I don't think they got, like I said, I think he is them. He has a relationship with them. You talking about a woman that had a relationship with the feds for 20 years.
The industry went quiet, unnaturally quiet. No major voices spoke out. No public defense. No bold statements. Just silence.
Sean Carter is just as bad as the diddler. And I know that for a fact. I got the scars to prove it. You want to know what a box cutter feels like going into your skin and ripping you? I can tell you how it feels. Y'all ain't seen shit yet. That Cassie shit, that's nothing. I'm saying Sean Carter remembers everything he did to me and he's got it on tape. Just like Diddy. And they're gonna be crazy. It's gonna be the women that give him in the end.
And beneath that silence, according to multiple claims, arrangements were quietly being made. Some sources allege Jay-Z had been collecting damaging material for years, and that his inner circle maintained close contact with federal authorities through longtime associate Desiree Perez. None of this has been proven, but the timing raised eyebrows. For months, 50 Cent warned that powerful figures were holding real evidence, not rumors, not gossip, actual documentation. Then suddenly, 50 had enough material to develop a full Netflix project when no one else did. That led to one unavoidable question. Where did it come from? Industry speculation suggests Jay-Z understood just how dangerous those files were, and rather than going down with Diddy, he allegedly chose a different path: distance, damage control, and strategic separation. What really caught attention was the legal overlap. As lawsuits began surfacing, Jay-Z's attorney, Alex Spiro, appeared repeatedly in matters connected to Diddy's situation. Critics like Jaguar Wright argue
These are criminals. Diddy is a deal, and so is Jay-Z. The proof is there. How many up people does he have to be around before people see him for who he is?
It seems like these artists are trying to run away from their past. Diddy changed his name multiple times to say, that's not me, I'm trying to move beyond Diddy, I'm Love now. It seems like Jay-Z would try to run away from his past.
Calling that love and anything that he did love. Brother love. What kind of love? Baby oil love. Baby love. Baby love. Explicit love. Hey! They never thought that hip hop would take it this far.
Oh man, it's different now.
These lyrics are all hitting different right now. All the people talking about fathers.
this isn't coincidence. In her view, Jay-Z has always moved ahead of collapse, exiting quietly and letting the fallout happen behind him. Then came the shift in momentum. As Diddy's position weakened, 50
Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up Beyonce, who was struggling. Let's just say allegedly that happened. Now I want you to think about 106th and Park with Mary J. Blige. Free, who is a victim of Sean Carter.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige, who is a victim of Sean Combs, are sitting there talking about the death of Aaliyah amongst each other. Think about that. You got a Diddy victim, you got a Jay-Z victim, and you got a superstar gone. They know what happened. And yet, they had to sit there and have that conversation like they didn't know who did it. Think of the power of that moment. Think about Claudia Jordan right now. Claudia Jordan don't ever mention my mother name. She mentioned it yesterday. Talking about why people are afraid to come forward. You mean like you? You was Diddy girl, Corey was Jay-Z, girl. Why don't you claim your friend? Claudia.
So, Jack, when you say...
When I say Corey, I'm talking about Kathy White.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was about to ask.
Jay-Z's pregnant mistress,
yeah,
who died of an imaginary aneurysm, just like the woman who was best friends with Kim and Kimura, who wrote the book Bling and died as soon as it made the bestsellers.
Sense influence suddenly expanded. His confidence grew. His reach widened. He began challenging figures no one else would touch. That's why many believe someone powerful unlocked doors for him.
Why does it all come to a head now? Why now? Why?
Because he's the acceptable monster at this time, like R. Kelly was the last time I sat on this couch.
So who's next?
Y'all don't see the lineup?
Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up. Why is everyone having such a hard time? He ain't doing shit different. He lined up D. Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and took his love. Lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one.
Yeah, shout out D. Haven. He actually hit us up, wanted to tell this story.
You need to talk to D. Haven.
Yeah, we need to talk to him.
I told you that last year when I put you on the phone.
If Jay-Z knew recordings existed and knew they would eventually surface,
Your husband don't want to put his seed inside of you. He put it in everybody else. Wild in this world, yo.
It's funny, you open up Beyonce's internet, it just gets weird.
Beyonce's internet.
That's what we're calling
that
it.
belongs to the devil. Unless you calling that the devil, she ain't nothing but an employee.
Oh.
Half of which dumbass bitch.
So, you know, it's funny that it's crazy you say these things.
Why don't nobody want to accept that?
I think she's.
She went and the girl cats.
Okay.
A girl went to court and charged her with extreme witchcraft. She was hypnotized. She was. Beyonce came and she was in there eating on her and shit while she was asleep. No snacking on his big people cats. And guess what? They wouldn't give her the restraining order. They just told her to stay away from Beyonce and work for somebody else. Guess what? She's having a hard time finding work too. Which is interesting because she's a brilliant musician. And she was trained at the esteemed Berklee College of Music. Handpicked by my very good friend, Terry Lynn Carrington, Dr. Terry Lynn Carrington, who put together Beyonce's entire female band, which was Matthew Knowles' idea because he couldn't get Beyonce to stop people. Guess you didn't know your daughter well enough because she just started all the girls.
Quietly passing them along may have been the cleanest exit strategy. Secure your position, cut ties, let the rest fall apart. 50 has never said this outright, but he's never denied it either. What he has said is this: the betrayal didn't come from outsiders, it came from within, from people smiling for cameras while quietly planning their escape. That's why the industry feels uneasy now, because if Jay-Z acted to protect himself, this wasn't a breakdown.
No, I know.
Never. He said he would never sit with me. He would never have me on his. He never wanted to talk to me. Never would.
But I got receipts. Vlad, why did you reach out to Jag back in June asking for Jag to be on the show?
Why you do that, Vlad?
Vlad, why you playing in our face?
Why you lying? Why you lying on his podcast?
and Vlad and your fat ass wife.
We'll stop there.
Damn. Damn.
Let's be very clear. This is the email that DJ Vlad sent me, his producer sent me, asking me to appear on his podcast on YouTube just after the Cassie video was released on my birthday. I saw it. I never responded. Odell responded. Weeks and weeks later. But then again, Diddy was already in trouble, so you really didn't need to talk to me because you couldn't do much disinformation with me. I guess that's why your friend from the Star Report, or should I say the Comet Report, because he crashed out just like a comet. I guess that's why he was so upset when I started asking him relevant questions about why he's propping up a liar. At this point in time, Vlad, I think it's only fair to say that Carol Johnson, your assistant, unless you're saying you didn't know, she sent this on your behalf.
It was a calculated decision, and once everything is revealed, people may finally understand why the silence felt so heavy. Jaguar Wright has been blunt about why she focuses on Jay-Z as much as Diddy. In her words, you can't separate them. She claims they rose together.
I didn't even know Vlad was going to be on.
Oh.
Like I said, it was brilliant. Wow. Because everything that he said, denouncing me and then confirming me and then talking about, that all happened a day before the report about the 9-year-old boy was released. And before people started confirming that the video that was being shopped around was Bieber and Diddy. See, that's the problem with running your mouth, Vlad. That's the problem. You didn't realize on Monday that every word that you said was going to be invalidated on Tuesday. See, that's what happens when you're a liar. See, I didn't have to worry about what I said on Monday because I knew what I said on Monday was going to hold up on Wednesday. The truth needs no support, just time and room.
Operated together, and if accountability comes, it should apply to both. These are her allegations, not proven facts, but they fueled growing debate. Observers also noticed something else. Jay-Z and Beyoncé quietly losing followers while saying nothing publicly. No statements, no clarification.
The other person that was with them, they go up to the feds with all this paperwork, you understand? And I mentioned this before, you understand? They not only talking about the extortion stuff, they talking about how they trying to be made to have this what you call this promotion, this distribution thing. And which I'm finding out they wasn't even gonna be a part of it until later. But they was in fear, like they was trying to be made to be a part of this whole distribution thing that Suge Knight was trying to build up with Rockefeller, because it was Dame Dash, it was Irv Gotti, it was Jay Prince, and Death Row. You understand what I'm saying? So now, everybody wanna know who's this and who's that, and wanna go back and say, yo, how do you know? It came from the horse's mouth. He said he got all the paperwork to prove it. Kirk Burrow said it plenty of times, but nobody won't sit down with him. I mean, like, you won't get none of these, these radio stations and all this stuff like that to sit down with him. He said, I got the paperwork. He got files from the from the DEA and the FBI, all that stuff like that.
Just silence. Jaguar doesn't see that as strength. She sees it as avoidance. She's
Puffy told, but Jay-Z, I didn't know about that. So Jay-Z, he told too?
Said that years ago, man. that years ago. What are you gonna do? They're gonna do whatever. Yo, listen to me. They're the reason why rap in New York went down the drain. They made sure that these young cats didn't come up with platforms and didn't come up with situations. Like Jay-Z, let me tell you something. Jay-Z and it's funny. It's funny. We were talking about how Puff and Ja Rule was cool. But at one time, Puff was trying to trick Ja Rule into going at Jay-Z. That whole weekend that he was with Sarah. The whole weekend they was in that hotel room. That day they was in that hotel room. Always coming back on that G5 jet. He was trying to talk Ja Rule into going at Jay-Z. But now him and Jay-Z is like freaking frat.
That's how quickly loyalties changed. Also explained why she appeared on Piers Morgan's show, saying she trusted the program's legal vetting. If her claims made it through that process, she believed they would have to be taken seriously. The interview sparked reactions across media, some defending her, others attempting to discredit her, including DJ Vlad.
Kanye West, he made a comment on Drink Champs, and he said that Puffy was the feds. What you think about him saying that?
Well, when he talking about the feds, he could be saying that he's their ear. Puff is the one who goes back and he tells, like he did when Suge, when Jay Prince, when Irv Gotti, I think it was Irv Gotti could have been a part of that too. When they was all trying to get that distribution company together, he the one went back and told Jimmy Iovine them, and then him and Kirk Burroughs Kirk said he didn't know what he was doing. They took paperwork and they took some stuff up to the feds, you understand, regarding Death Row now. I don't know the intricate details of what they took, but I know they went up to the feds one day.
Who publicly rejected her claims. Still, Jaguar doubled down, reminding audiences she had warned months earlier that recordings were being circulated behind the scenes. At the time, critics said she had no proof. Now, attorneys connected to ongoing cases reportedly acknowledge reviewing the same material she referenced earlier. Names once
is that I guess Pac had got whiffed that Jay-Z was in town. Well, you know he gonna do a show because Jay-Z, he doing a show. But you gotta realize Jay-Z had became an enemy of Pac because I think he had said some was gonna do a song with Big or whatever like that, the whole 9 yards. So Jay is now Pac's enemy too. So Chaz Williams, who was over Black Hands. Black Hands was one of the labels who did that Black Gangster had every artist in New York on. And Chaz, who is now getting into the music business, has become a music executive. And he was once a former gangster who was on American Gangster BET because they had him down for robbing 161 banks. That's what they put in their program and everything. But Chaz was a gangster in New York City that became a music executive. So he gets a phone call saying that Jay is not gonna come out the room because Tupac threatened him. So he's not gonna do his show. Can he make some phone calls, you understand, to get Pac off the booth? So I think he may have talked to Big D, and Big D and Eric B called Suge, and Suge was laughing, saying that wasn't him. Because they tried to make it seem like it was Suge that was doing it, but it was Pac. So I guess Suge called Pac. Pac let him go ahead and do his show and everything like that. But Jay was scared to come out his room.
So that story was really true about Jay-Z being afraid to come out his hotel room.
Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, he was scared. Probably still is scared.
Considered untouchable are now being subtly linked to long-discussed incidents. Jay-Z's name continues to surface, not as confirmation, but as part of a growing pattern people are questioning. Some also point to Diddy's historic reach across media and business, moments where programming stayed uninterrupted, where consequences hit some people but not others. when artists openly challenged him.
I was going to call a dissension because they were trying to start Death Row East Coast. And I would have been Pac, Eric B, and you know what I'm saying, all the dudes here in New York. So then they're going to have groups coming back and forth from Cali to New York. So it was just good business just to chill out with that. But they was trying to chill out the whole thing. They had a big meeting and Puff wouldn't send a representative or let Zip or Chaz represent him in the meeting.
Yeah, that's a wild story. Yeah, who told you this story, if you don't mind me asking?
I was there.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that, man. I didn't know you was there. So you was there when Jay was scared to come out his hotel room. I had no idea, man.
I used to roll with Chaz every day, bro. And then it came out. And then it came out, somebody else told the story. But that, I think it may have been Dame Dash or something like that had told the story. A lot of my stories get out, man, but they don't believe when I tell them. They believe it when they hear somebody else say it.
Ago now appear to be gaining validation. So the silence starts to make more sense. The same figures keep appearing, the same cycles repeat, and the people once dismissed are suddenly being taken seriously. Do you think more details are about to come out? Share your thoughts in the comments.